Alrighty, it is currently 10:43 a.m. You're referencing the documentation of me capturing the gang stalker, highway safety, Myers & Sons Highway Safety, license 67501G4. This is criminal activity, which no business has any constitutional protection to engage in. They are utilizing a business as a malicious means of engaging in the government's pattern of conduct, the criminal pattern of conduct. They're monitoring with the demon that I just documented, the Ontario Police on the opposite side of this street. They're monitoring with the people. This is psychopathic pacing, ELHUESO. 9PD and 730. This is psychopathic pacing in the engineer light. The fake sun is over me at this intersection of B Street and Euclid at after 6 p.m. as I'm documenting during daylight savings time in 2025. The entity is maintaining this fake sun while yesterday I'm already inside of the library. I documented the fake sun that's over me, but you're aware I didn't go to the library at 10 o'clock. In fact, I'm using video and juxtaposing the impossibility that the sun will be over me at the Stater Brothers Ontario Village Shopping Center and at Safeco Auto LLC. And as I'm en route to the venue where I'm already here yesterday, the entity is maintaining that fake sun. That's how you're understanding what is the significance of the behavior, which is creating activity by the people of the state. 77 Edward, BHB, they're engaging in activity creation at the Florida plate while they're coming in and out of the store that is stalking as well. The entity is engaging in this, and you're going to prosecute the business. They're persons under the law, persons who are sex offenders. They do this pertaining to monitoring my vagina, while sex offenders like Rosa and her demon-possessed children are pacing around, stalking me in bathrooms, doing so with facilitating light activity, while the people that stayed on the roads and the highways and the people that stay in the sky space, like the Ontario International Airport, utilizing the gang stalking airlines to keep my vagina under surveillance to stalk me from place to place. The entity is maintaining this fake sun is, as you'll recall, West Coast, the West Coast Nursing School. Those demons are inside of the Ovid Family Community Library where that fake sun is already present yesterday. They are indeed stalking, and they're not ignorantly stalking or accidentally stalking. They're not inadvertently engaging in psychological torture. Those are the demon-possessed, the Nephilim, that are unfit to be in the medical field. And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, not only would the sun not be over that entrance like I documented, it wouldn't be over the same Ontario Town Square while I'm crossing the street, where highway safety is gang stalking and facilitating that in furtherance of murder. This is the entity that's engaging in that statewide system. And that fake sun is remaining over me, and I'm repeating the path that I already took when I documented highway safety at or around 10 a.m. when I'm walking toward the venue already. This is the pattern of conduct. The entity is maintaining the same location of the fake sun in the evening over the Wells Fargo, which is diagonal to the entrance doors of the Ovid Family Community Library. This is the entity that's engaging in that. And the gang stalking police department is being disbanded for repeatedly kidnapping, for repeatedly stalking, for repeatedly monitoring and engaging in obstruction. 7VZS009, 9HYX773. They're driving an engineer light. License 9VYR384. Engineer light underneath the vehicle. Impulsive light activity. They're stalking. And the sun's already over the library yesterday. And it's still there after 2 p.m. where West Coast University is indeed gang stalking. The demon-possessed that engage in what are conspiracy to murder while wearing scrubs and being in the medical field. All right? You are losing your license to practice medicine, to be in nursing, to be in the medical field whatsoever, any level of certification. That's sexual assault and battery by sex offenders who are unfit to be in that field. That's the pattern of conduct. And they went to the Ovid Family Community Library, the demons of West Coast University. And West Coast University is a gang stalker as well. It's a gang stalking institution. What do you think University of Laverne College of Law is? There is no sun that will be facing that venue while I am looking out of the window of the library at 10:07 a.m. And the library is not anywhere near the Stater Brothers where I'm showing at the same time. This is the pattern of conduct. Okay, and the unfortunate reality, the demon-possessed are in custody to children that are born with demons on them, engaging in what is the instinctive conduct of criminal monitoring that the government utilizes. Okay, that's the P.O.C. They are engaging in that while they are aware that you are ignorant about the significance of what they're doing in that environment. All right, that's P.O.C. It's 10:47 a.m. The entity gang stalking with minor children will be a basis to deport their gang stalking parents. All right, the entity is engaging in what is gang stalking with those over and under the age of majority, and they will be subject to federal prosecution for terrorism in the U.S. All right, it is currently, by the way, 10:47 a.m. The entity has the fake sun over the Ovid Family Community Library aimed through the doors as this engineer light creeps through underneath into the depths of that library, which is extensive, and the entity is then stalking with light that they're walking on. It's already filled with engineer light. It's just changing the color. It's a concentrated color of engineer light. Where the City of Ontario are engaged in vagina monitoring, stalking, they are equally obsessed with me. Okay? It's the demon-possessed. They are all obsessed. They are all stalking. And that's the unprecedented federal RICO case and the unprecedented criminal prosecution of the U.S. government. This is POC. It's 10:48 a.m. This is the Downtown Ontario Luxury Apartments. This is the Ontario Town Square. This is the Wells Fargo. This is the Ovid Family Community Library. And this is the fake sun that's remaining over me the entire route toward this venue, whereas yesterday it's already here. And it remains where stalkers remain. Stalkers that keep their communication device in tow, look to the opposite side, appear perplexed when you document them. That's a psychopath, that's a demon. You're stalking, and that environment is what is going to have you diagnosed. You don't look innocent. You don't look ignorant. You don't look friendly when you say hi. And neither do the police. All right? And that improper, that deceptive misnomer is going to be addressed. They're not police. They are exposed. They are the Nephilim, and they're engaged in surveillance. They're stalkers. They're vagina monitors. And Mike Lorenz is being federally prosecuted, proving that the entire city of Ontario is gang stalking in concert with that department, which is an unlawful threat. This is pacing. They're pacing. Their mental illness is shown while they're in this environment together. This is what highway safety is doing, stalking with light activity, peculiarized light, 9UXP000. And they're doing so with regard to specifically me. All right, specifically, oh, her panties are down. Oh, she's in the bathroom. She's taking her clothes off. That's the sex offender that's obsessed with my vagina while then ostensibly appearing and trying to live their life as though they're heterosexual. This is a demon that's focused on me. How do you know that? Because of the fake sun. You are stalking while you're in front of me. You're stalking while you're beside me. You're stalking while you're looking away. You're stalking while you have something in your hand. You're stalking while you're operating a commercial vehicle. You're stalking in that engineer light. There's no difference with the demon possession with 51125G3 and the Ontario Police Vehicle 1115. There's no difference. They're demons alike. Psychopathic pacing. They're mentally ill, and this is a public service announcement. The prosecution is a warning to you regarding the Nephilim. And this is ongoing terrorism. They've been murdering and kidnapping people for years and years and years. And it's the state, it's the government, P.O.C. And the government that's maintaining this surveillance is being federally prosecuted. Everybody that's inside, this is sexual assault and battery, City of Ontario, 9UXP000, City of Ontario. I just want to be clear, Paul Leon is inside of the City of Ontario City Hall, where the fake sun is not present. While I'm showing you at 10:07 what's going on. What's going on is that he's a vagina monitor. He's being removed from office. He's a violent sex offender, and he provides the resources funding terrorism. It's going to be the federal prosecution for a terrorist leader. That's the Ontario City Hall. The fake sun is just now remaining over me, targeting me in whatever building I'm at, and targeting with that light activity, including while the City of Ontario monitors my evidence. So they decide to pull out a shovel, pull out a hose, pull out some sort of tool to engage in what is the guise of, there is no guise with gang stalking. This is breaking down their whole delusional act, and they're going to prison, they're being deported, they're being federally prosecuted, and they're being from office. He is being removed. This is a public service announcement regarding the vagina monitor that is Paul Leon. He's a domestic terrorist leader. He's an enemy. He is no mayor. And that's why this criminal activity is underway by the police department, by every department in the city, and also by the people of the state. The same community that he is a part of, targeting me and targeting my vagina. Okay, that disgusting creature that is no pastor nor mayor is being removed from office, and I'm going to federally prosecute him for the unlawful threat to my life posed by the City of Ontario. This is P.O.C. This is impossible light activity. City of Ontario, they're demons. They're a bunch of demons. Pattern of conduct. This is a psychopath keeping their back to you. That's okay. I'm going to prosecute Paul Leon. That's Mickey. You already know that she's a psychopath gang stalking at 5 in the evening. This is the entity stalking by the Ontario Police Department that are gang stalking 24 hours a day. Putting all the demons that I'm documenting in prison. I just documented that big-nosed demon on the opposite side of this building, but they are engaged in their same predictable POC, and they're all going to prison. Every single last one of them. Stalking me in helicopters. That's an unprecedented threat. We are not in Baghdad. This is not Afghanistan. And Mike Lorenz and that department engaging in treating an American citizen like that in violation of my constitutional human rights equals federal prison. It's not just the demon in that helicopter who was going to report their identity, because them and Mike Lorenz for the pattern of conduct are going to federal prison where terrorists go, just like any other foreign terrorist. That's the POC. It's currently 10:52 a.m. This is speaking to the entity that is unfit, mentally unwell, engaging in more criminal conduct, trying to hide and disguise themselves in scrubs, engaging in what is criminal activity of a malicious nature, sexually violent, psychopathic, and delusional. No, you have no business in the legal field. You have no business in law enforcement. You have no business in the medical field. This is dealing with all of that at the same time. POC, it is currently 10:52 a.m.